In this video, I am going to try and answer one of the biggest questions in the Fortnite community right now. Who is Jonesy? We've always known him as the OG default skin, but at the recent device event, we saw him as so much more. But is there more to Jones than meets the eye at first glance? In this video, I will try and piece together his timeline and how it works in my theory. Obviously, I'm going to set this out from the start of the video. This is my theory, so obviously this is just a theory and me surmising. So yes, if you're ready for today's video, please like the video and subscribe. You will be doing me a real big favor in the old YouTube world, or YouTube algorithm, so thanks very much. Let's get straight into this banging theory, because it is a banger. It's a bang. So the device event was probably one of the first times we saw Jonesy in an actual event, but cast your minds back to season 9 and he was in a bunker, and that was the start of pretty much all this craziness in recent seasons. Bunker Jonesy drew this thing on the wall, which turned out to be the Visions loading screen, which obviously had so many questions on it, but most of it seems to be answered at this point. But yeah, Bunker Jonesy played a real part in the recent development of the Fortnite storyline. So you can believe, like many, that Bunker Jonesy had some sort of epiphany when he was in the bunker and sort of dreamt or envisioned all of this, obviously why it's called the Visions loading screens, but I believe that is a red herring. How calculated Fortnite is, how the events sort of entangle together, because I believe they do. I just don't believe Fortnite would play the, he saw it in a Visions routine. I believe that Bunker Jonesy had already lived these moments, but until the Unvaulting event, he was muted and he had forgotten he already lived these experiences. So, before I go any further, let's explain time travel in terms of the Fortnite world. Time travel is definitely doable and plausible, since the Rift beacons of Season 10 showed different Earths and past tilted towers. So other Earths like a Fortnite multiverse and time travel is definitely on the cards. If you want more evidence to support time travel, just look at the Rocket event, the End event, and the trailer to Season 10. All them things, I reckon, happened instantaneously to whoever was driving that rocket. So for us, it was what? 7 seasons? But for whoever was in that rocket, it was over in a blink of an eye. So, a little bit more about the Season 10 trailer, which I find really interesting. Jonesy and the Rocket are both going the same way, and most things are going backwards on them. And as you can see, we have things from the past and some things from the future, what happened that season, which obviously proves that whatever they're going through, whatever vortex they're going through, is time travel. And that rocket came from behind him as well, to go the same way he's going. So I reckon that is a Season 3 rocket going to the End event at that moment. So it happened, Season 3, this trailer, and the End event happened simultaneously, who was ever driving that rocket ship. So when we saw Agent Jonesy in the device event, which was awesome, he seemed competent, seemed to know what he was doing, and he seemed real authoritative in a stressful situation during the device event, which he was watching in his office. Now, what people may have missed at the start of that clip, papers were flying around everywhere, so he obviously stormed out because something angered him. That's what I believe. So what I'm saying, he seemed to have a real responsibility on his hands. And if there is no time travel, and Jonesy is an individual character, and these are past versions of him, I just don't believe that Bunker Jonesy is an earlier version of Agent Jonesy. I don't see it. I believe Bunker Jonesy is an older version of Agent Jonesy. For me, it makes much more sense that Bunker Jonesy is an older version of Agent Jonesy. It just does. And that is why Bunker Jonesy knew what was going to happen. Now, you might as well say, yeah, but why didn't you tell us sooner? Because he was muted and he was inside the loop, so he couldn't remember once he travelled back. Something like the Unvaulting event, which would have destabilised the loop, made him remember. And for that instance, he remembered, so he drew everything down in rush. As you can see when he's holding the camera, he's like rushing to get out. And then it makes even more sense why he looks like he does in the lobby, where he looks all timid and concerned. He's trying to remember something. He's desperately trying to remember something. That's what that face looks like. That's how I look like when I try and remember something. He's obviously like, hold on, why did I write this down? He's concerned about something. Like he's already lived it and experienced it. It just makes more sense. You're telling me that this guy goes from this to this. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. It's like when he's in the bunker, when he's drawing that, he completely remembers what's about to happen. But then afterwards, boom. Nothing. Confusion. So, from the Visions loading screen, I cannot see anything that happens after this point. And that means Agent Jonesy must travel back to the past soon for it to make sense, because that's why he can't remember anything past that point, because he didn't live it. He travelled back in time. So that would tell you that Agent Jonesy, or Jonesy himself, isn't from the previous Fortnite Earth. He is from this one, the comic one we're in, Chapter 2. That is crazy theory in itself. So he became a recruit for an agency, and that makes more sense, doesn't it? So he's a recruit and then an agent. He then travels back in time to the previous Fortnite map and became Jonesy. Obviously, he was dormant until the Unbolting event, where he wrote all that stuff out, and obviously he can't remember anything past the device event because he didn't live it. He travelled back in time. He then became Bunker Jonesy. He wrote it all down because he remembered and he then forgot. What happens then afterwards, I have no idea. But Scuba Jonesy adds more mystery to the whole thing. He then reappears this season with his beard still intact. So was Scuba Jonesy sort of hiding amongst everything? And this loading screen, which someone discovered, and I don't know the importance of it for my own theory, but Scuba Jonesy was in a loading screen from last season. So was there two Jonesies in season 2? That is even crazier to think. So yeah, this is the whole theory, this is the whole timeline. I reckon it works. So season 10, season 11, season 12, he then travels back, lives out the seasons, become Bunker Jonesy, and then Bunker Jonesy somehow hides or chills out on an island until this moment, because obviously he's Scuba Jonesy. How did he freaking know the water was going to be a thing? Because he already lived it. And that is another Fortnite Theory video done and dusted. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I've got another one for you about the Visitor. If you want to hear that one, comment Visitor down below. Obviously with the Visitor and all the events and how it's going to tie it up. I slightly went over it in this video. But if you want to hear more on that, I will do another video. Give me 2 likes. Yo, anyway, it's been your boy Mr. JLY. Till next time, bye bye.